So today's project is Project Landscape Lighting. The transformer is here. There's a hole there that goes into a 1-inch PVC pipe. We go down about a foot and then over to the first landscaping light. And there's a junction box here. You can see the pipe coming in, the pipe going to the next light. There's a total of 5. So this is the feed line of the 12 volts. Well, before that wire, like the clean stripped ends were right here. There's not enough room to connect it and put a junction in there. So I was able to use some needle nose and put it on there and turn it, and put it on there and turn it and pull out some more wire, because we left about 3 feet in there in case something like this happens. So I pulled it out, fresh cut that, and I don't know why my multimeter is not working at all in DC. It's reading all over the place, but then I plugged the light, just hold the leads of the light up there, and it lights up. So there's obviously 12 volts there. Now I have the problem on the other side. This is the line going over to the next lights, and it needs to be cut back and stripped, and there's just not enough room. And this box doesn't even have a lid on it, so what's the point of a box? It's full of dirt. So I'm about to go over to Home Depot. I'm going to buy a much larger box. These are way too small. Buy a larger box, some sort of a saw that I can get in there with, a short length of pipe, and some couplers. And we're going to bulletproof this bitch because I'm sick of dealing with this problem. It is so hot and humid again today, but look at that. It's clear as hell. So just leaving the Home Depot. I'll show you what I got. I got a whole bag of stuff and parts and $22 to fix this shit. Look at that color on the Mark 7 Jetta. I've never seen that. Is that Volkswagen individual? It's like this bright, kind of not as metallic as one would expect, tangerine color. Interesting. Here's the construction in the borough. I never come over here because this has been under construction since about 1799, same year George Washington died. But they, for the last 3 years, 2 or 3 years, have been working on widening this bridge. It was originally a 2-lane bridge, but it's a highway entrance and exit, and the Ohio Turnpike is about a 1/16 of a mile behind me. So there is actually a fair bit of traffic over here. This is 480 and 14 in Streetsboro, Ohio. And so they're adding extra lanes to give a dedicated entrance to 480 east and west. And that's going to be hugely helpful when it's finished. Last year they got the 1 lane done on one side and then opened it for the winter, but then once spring hit, they closed it back down. So still only 2 lanes open as they blow it out another lane on the other side to make it a 4-lane bridge instead of a 2-lane bridge. This guy thinks this lane is open. It's not. They're adding lanes here on the exit ramp so you could go up, turn left, turn right in separate ways, which is nice. Hey, if he finds success with that, I'm not above trying that. I like this guy. He went all the way up and around. It doesn't really count now, but that's thinking with your head. And then they put these traffic lights in, much better than the ones hanging. I've heard those are going to be illegal soon. All these intersections have hanging traffic lights over the intersection, but they're putting the ones in on the poles. They did that about 1.5 years ago, and they've never turned them on yet. I'm not sure why. I saw a bunch of guys over there with a big electrical box open. Maybe they're just too busy not doing anything else. That's the thing. That's why this takes so long. Like, I've never really seen anybody working over here. I'm pretty sure they're only working about, you know, every 7th Tuesday. All right, we got a saw to cut the pipe with. We got a much larger box with 1 in and 2 outs. I got an elbow, 2 couplers, a cap, a lid for the box, waterproof, terminal waterproof wire nuts. This I already had up in the attic, a bunch of wire, and this was up in the attic as well, 1/2 by 10 foot section of pipe. So we're gonna cut that one out of there and fabricate some new shit. Okay, we're like 2 hours in, we're getting pretty close to bulletproof. I cut the old box off, ran the wires in there. They're capped with even outdoor nuts in case that thing leaks or gets any moisture in it. And then I did another little 3rd connector here out the side. All of this stuff's glued, and I'm gonna get some caulking and fill that hole that I drilled in the cap. And then we have inline connectors here that are nice and tight. Fresh bulb in there, and wiggled everything a whole bunch, and it's all tight. And if we're getting juice there, that means we're getting juice here and all the way down the line. So unbelievably, that was kind of the biggest part of my day. 4 hours out there playing in the mud and the heat and the humidity, digging a hole, and it's bulletproof to hell now. I did a bunch of silicone caulking on the top of the wire sticking out, and I even made its own little sprout. It's kind of ridiculous, but I don't want to have to be flying across the country to fix this shit, so it's done and it works, and I set the timer and now it should be all good. I gotta poke some more excess wire back down in no man's land here, but that is kind of it. And there's a lot of dead bugs over here that are gonna have to get cleaned up. But otherwise today, it was more the usual. The first 3 hours of the day, we're doing online stuff. It seems to be ramping up. There's like more emails, more comments, more questions, which I like. I like the feedback a lot, and keep it coming, but it is fairly time consuming, which I'm fine with. That's what I signed up for. Are we fogging up? No. It is, I can feel the back of my neck starting to sweat. It's so damn hot out here already. Tonight, Kenan came over briefly. We watched Comedians and Cards Getting Coffee, and then a throwback night, we watched 3 episodes of Live and Let Drive, circa 2012, with Alex Roy. And those videos are great. We did the Southern California, or the California-Nevada Area 51 drive in that Infiniti, whatever, G37. I miss that stuff. Alex Roy's the man. That channel used to be awesome. I don't know if I'm still subscribed to it. I don't know what content they push today, but Roy's not there anymore, so neither am I. With that, I'm gonna get to bed. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I gotta start mowing again in this heat. It's gonna be brutal. I'm gonna sleep. We'll talk then. Good night.